I'm Vidette Vanderweide, and I am here bringing you introductions of our eWomen Network members in the Orange County chapter. And I'm excited today to bring you our very first one, which is with Laura McGee with LeaveStrong.com. Hi, Laura. How are you?
Hi, Vidette. I'm great.
Good, good. Well, tell us a little bit, introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about Leave Strong and the story behind it, which I think is a pretty phenomenal story. So tell us a little bit about yourself and Leave Strong.
Yeah, thank you. So Leave Strong is divorce coaching, and it's been quite a journey to arrive at this place in my life. And almost 30 years ago, I began a career as a trial lawyer in Canada. And loved it, absolutely loved what I was doing. In fact, I went on and trained as a mediator as a way of balancing my parenting responsibilities and trying to figure out how to manage my career, which was, it's huge being a trial lawyer. And I faced some life-altering health challenges. In fact, I completely lost my vision. I became legally blind. And through the miracle of a surgeon, the very short story is I was able to have my vision restored in one of my eyes to be functional again, which was truly a miracle in my life. And it changed my focus from just working to focusing on the fact that I have 2 young children and I may not get to see them grow up. And I actually sold my law practice, became a stay-at-home mom, and loved that too. I moved here to California 8 years ago, and it was a wonderful opportunity to bring our families together. My ex-husband had a child from his first marriage, and it was great for the whole family. Unfortunately, it wasn't great for me personally. Our marriage ended, and I went through a very challenging divorce here in the California courts. It was quite an experience, ultimately, in how not to divorce, shall I say.
Wow.
Yeah, so truly my own experience in life, both from being a trial lawyer, training as a mediator, getting my personal, I call it my PhD in divorce by actually going through the system. So,
yeah, best way to get the knowledge.
hands-on experience that I do not recommend. And really my focus is having witnessed, the carnage in my own life and women around me and men as well, seeing with hindsight, like we so often do in our life, that things could have been done differently and it would have preserved the relationship more effectively so that we could co-parent more effectively, would have preserved assets, would have protected my health in ways that have been less stressful.
Yeah.
So my focus is really taking everything I've learned as a lawyer, as a mediator, as a person who's gone through a high conflict divorce, and bring all of that information, those skill sets together, and guide and coach people through the process that want to leave with integrity, cost conscious, want to keep the relationships that are critical intact, and co-parent effectively, because really there's nothing more important, truly. Yeah.
Right. Now, do you coach people and mediate through divorce? Do you do any of the legal aspects of it, or is that just a piece of the coaching that you can bring your advice to the couple?
Yeah, no, it's a great question because I'm not licensed to practice in California. I'm very cautious. I don't give legal advice. I don't practice as an attorney at all. But what I do is, once a lawyer, always a lawyer, meaning my brain is trained to think strategically. I've been communicating through conflict as a lawyer and a mediator for 30 years, and that's a skill set that I can share and actually teach and coach, help people to find the words that are going to effectively communicate what they want to communicate through the conflict so that they can reduce the conflict. And it's really a strategic thinking. I help people design a plan that's end thinking and cost conscious, knowing what the costs are, knowing it both as a lawyer and as a person who was a litigator, was actually in this process watching the legal fees just mount up. And I actually become the referral hub too. I refer people to attorneys, to mediators, to all kinds of specialists, to parenting experts. I know how to find the people they're going to need and the resources they're going to need to get them through this process in a way that speaks to their values, their integrity, and is very conscious of their costs. Yeah.
And it's such a small niche that you're in. And I think it's I want to point out to the people watching this that it's the value that you bring to a couple, having both the legal knowledge and the life coaching piece of it, and your own experience. I mean, that's for me. I feel like that's kind of the, what's that called? The it's like a there's a word I want, but a great time bomb, bringing that all together to and not time bomb meaning it's going to explode, but it's going to greatly help them in their own relationship and hopefully in their divorce. Yeah. Tell me what, I mean, it sounds obvious, but I want to hear it from your voice. What is your ideal client? Is it someone to refer to others, or is it the actual couples? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I can work in lots of different ways, but certainly somebody in the contemplation stage that is even trying to decide and essentially do a cost-benefit analysis in their life and create a strategic plan. I usually work with one or the other, the man or the woman. Occasionally I'll have someone come and meet with me and they'll ask me once they've created a plan, could we sit down together? I'm happy to do that as long as everybody understands that, there's no confidentiality. We're all here working as a team, so I can do that as well. I would say that my ideal client is a decision maker, an intelligent person who recognizes that they want to lead with integrity. Mm-hmm. They want to particularly protect their children, that's really key for them. That's something they truly value. They want to protect their assets so they can not squander it fighting.
Right.
You can spend a lot of money on an argument. And really just leave in a way where they can look back with no regrets.
Perfect. All right. The perfect storm was what I was trying to come up with. Not a time bomb. Yeah. We don't want time bombs.
I hope I'm not a time bomb.
Sorry about that.
That's
so
okay.
Your business to me is the perfect storm of the knowledge that you have is what I was trying to say. So your website is leavestrong.com, and people can also find you on facebook.com/leavestrong. Any last final thoughts that you want to share before we get this out to the world?
I do want to offer, typically it costs $225 for an initial consultation with me. We spend 90 minutes together just getting some groundwork done. So anyone who's listening to this video, if they want to email me, Laura McGee at leavestrong.com, I'll charge them only $125 for 90 minutes of my time to go through a strategic plan. You don't have to be trying to get divorced today. It might be just something to help you get through the contemplation aspect and weigh what it is you really want to be able to accomplish. So that's something I'd like to offer.
Perfect.
eWomen's Network is just such a great support for me, so I want to offer that back through eWomen only.
Okay, perfect. And yes, eWomen is such a blessing to those of us who are inspired women, ready, and men. There are a few good men as well, but ready to take the world by storm. Yeah. So, Laura, thank you so much for sharing with us and sharing your business. Mm-hmm. This has been Vidette Vanderweide and Laura McGee with leavestrong.com. You can check out her website. And if you love what Laura does, please share this, tweet it, get it out to the world so she can also... One last question. That's a good thing. Do you only take clients in California, or do you also do calls nationally?
That's the great thing about what I do. Because I do work by phone and Skype, perfect. I can work with anybody wherever they are. As long as you have an internet connection or a telephone, I'm absolutely available.
Perfect. All right. Even better. So that's all the more reason to tweet, share, and get this out on the internet so that we can spread this whole idea of what Laura does. So thank you, Laura, for joining us. And thank you all. We'll see you on the next member interview. See you then.